easier if we knew exactly what was going to happen tomorrow. Right? We could just zig and zag for all the challenges that come with us, and the twists and the turns, and it would just be smooth gliding all the way because we would know everything that was coming at us. And it would be super boring because challenges are where growth comes from. Every single decision that we have to make, every nuanced, minor bump in the road, that allows us to learn and understand the world a little bit differently than we did a split second earlier. And yet for many of us, that is the expectation that we have from our jobs. Nope! Don't change anything tomorrow. I want to get there right at 8:59, grab my cup of coffee. I don't want my boss to give me any new work. Everything's going to be exactly the same pattern over and over and over and over, and we crave that. We don't want the change. In 1998, in my first employed job out of college, I was offered the opportunity to move to California. What kid in their mid-20s isn't going to say yes to moving to California? Sight unseen, I moved to Huntington Beach, California. They paid for my car to be shipped. There was a thing called Packers. Packers came in and packed my home. I didn't even know that existed. They literally came in and packed the boxes for me. It was amazing. I showed up here at a corporate apartment. Corporate apartment? Who am I? Like some special guy. And then came the night before the job had to start. And I realized, as I was laying in bed and the hours were ticking by, I have no idea how to do the job that I'm supposed to do. Some people call that imposter syndrome. But in reality, do you ever know how to face what's going to happen tomorrow? So I made a decision at that point in time. And since it was my first job, that decision lasted me literally the remainder of my career up until today. That decision was thus: if I ever take a job where I know what I am doing on the first day of the job, that is the wrong job for me and I should not take it. And I've told this story to numerous family members, trusted advisors, and they all look at me and say, "You seriously have that as a criteria for your job, to not know the job?" Yep. 28 years later, still works. Every single job can be looked at as an opportunity for change. And an opportunity for change is an opportunity for growth. Because if I knew the job, if we know the job, 2 hours into the job, what does it look like 2 weeks into the job? What does it look like 2 years into the job? What does it look like 2 decades into the job? I tell you what it looks like: really, really dull. And nobody wants a dull job. Now there's different forms of taking this on. I happen to have signed up a couple years ago to take this to the next level. I'm a consultant. That means that 6-7 times a year I start a new job. A client as a consultant is a job. Anybody started a job in the last 3 years? A couple of us. What's the hardest part? It's the first couple months, right? You have to learn the people you're working with, the goals that they have, the goals that you have for yourself, the horizon that has been placed out by some leadership team, the challenges that are before you, the culture that is there, where the coffee machine is, everybody's name. I have to learn this 6 times a year. Now, partially that is because I'm a little bit cuckoo, but it's also because I've started to embrace the challenge. I embraced it 28 years ago. I like the idea of the unknown. I have to come in my current role and literally unearth not only all those things, probably in the first 2 days to 2 weeks, usually more toward 2 days, but also understand and organize all the information that is being fed at me and come up with a plan of attack because that's why they brought me in. I happen to help websites get built for enterprise-sized businesses, so I'm gathering all kinds of stuff. What does the search look like on site? What does the browsing look like on site? How's the navigation function? What does your return system look like? What does the customer service look like? There's literally thousands of points, and that's just one part of what I do. And I know none of it on day one. And that's the fun part. And I'm not encouraging all of you to come in to work tomorrow and say, blow everything up! I don't want to know anything that I'm doing. Gary said I should know nothing. No, not the advice. Bad idea. What I am suggesting is the next time that you have a new challenge, whether it's one that you brought on yourself or somebody assigned to you, maybe look at it from an upside down perspective of that is my ticket to having an awesome day. That is my ticket to learning, growing, not being bored, and coming home, sure, tired, and equally fulfilled. Mr. Justice.